The largest military buildup in the Middle East since the 2003 invasion of Iraq is happening right now. We are seeing 2 carrier strike groups, hundreds of strike fighters, and a president who insists a war with Iran would be easily won. But behind closed doors at the Pentagon, the story is terrifyingly different. A leaked report from the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Dan Caine, has just sent shockwaves through Washington. His message is clear: we aren't ready, we're out of ammo. And most shockingly, for the first time in decades, our closest allies have just turned their backs on us. Today, we go inside the secret rift between Donald Trump and his top general that could trigger a global catastrophe. On February 23rd, the Washington Post dropped a bombshell. General Dan Caine, the man responsible for the entire U.S. military strategy, reportedly issued a private, acute risk warning to the White House. Caine's argument is simple but devastating. To actually stop Iran's nuclear program and topple the regime, the U.S. would need to hit over 1,000 targets. We're talking months of sustained bombing. But here is the problem. The arsenal of democracy is running on empty. Between the ongoing wars in Ukraine and the massive support for Israel, U.S. stockpiles of precision-guided munitions are at historic lows. Caine warns that if we start a full-scale air war with Iran today, we might literally run out of the smart bombs needed to finish the job. But the ammo shortage isn't even the biggest problem. In 2003, the U.S. used a massive network of bases in the Gulf to launch strikes. But according to the leak, our regional allies, countries like the UAE, Qatar, and Jordan, have gone quiet. They've reportedly told the Trump administration they will not allow their territory or airspace to be used for an offensive strike against Iran. Why? Because they are terrified of the day after. If the U.S. bombs Tehran from a base in Qatar, Iran's retaliatory missiles won't just hit the U.S. military, they'll hit Qatari oil fields, UAE desalination plants, and civilian hubs. For the first time, our allies have decided that standing with Washington is more dangerous than staying neutral. Without those bases, the U.S. is forced to rely almost entirely on aircraft carriers, which are sitting ducks in the narrow Persian Gulf. The White House didn't take this leak sitting down. Almost immediately, President Trump fired back, calling the report 100% incorrect and labeling it fake news. Trump claims that General Caine actually told him the opposite, that the military is locked and loaded and that Iran would fold within days. This creates a terrifying information gap. We have the military's top professional saying we can't do this safely, and the commander-in-chief saying it's already won. This kind of friction is exactly what leads to miscalculation. While the two leaders argue, the USS Gerald Ford is steaming toward the Iranian coast. We are currently in the most dangerous game of chicken in modern history. So, what happens next? The nuclear talks are set to resume in Geneva in just a few days. The U.S. is using this military buildup as leverage to force Iran to dismantle its centrifuges. But Caine's leaked warning has stripped away the bluff. If Iran knows the U.S. is low on ammo and lacks ally support, they have no reason to negotiate. If the talks fail, Trump has signaled he is ready to go all the way. But if the military says they can't, where does that leave us? We are looking at a perfect storm. A depleted military, abandoned by allies, and a leadership rift at the highest level of government. The question isn't just, can we win a war with Iran? The question is, what happens if we try and fail? I want to hear from you. Do you think General Caine is right to be cautious, or is Trump right that a show of force is the only way to stop a nuclear Iran? Let me know in the comments below. This is a conversation we need to have before it's too late. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories the mainstream media is afraid to touch. Thanks for watching.